So there are people who do surgical procedures where it's almost like soaring. Whoa, that's bad.
All right, Miss Pipsqueak.
Tales Refuge is a full circle of life shelter founded in 2014. As a full circle of life shelter, we take in any horse, mule, donkey, or pony, no matter their age, size, breed, or training. Regardless of their background, we have never turned an animal in need away. Even after 10 years and over 1,100 animals that have come through our gates, you just never know what's going to happen. These are the horse rescue tales from the Tundra.
All right, so we've got some x-rays to take. We're gonna start with Mr. Wilson here and get some pictures of that navicular. All right, now we're gonna do his right foot. All right, so now we got Haas in here. We're gonna get him cleaned off as best we can. And we're gonna get a picture of that stifle there. All right, now we got Mr. Wrangler in here. We're gonna take some x-rays of those fetlocks. See what we got going on. All right, so now we got Mama Moonshine in here. Gonna take a picture of this area back here. And then that little lump down there. See what we got going on. All right, so we're gonna get Coco here up on these blocks. Take some new x-rays of her feet. See what we got going on. She has been sore since Polly took the shoes off and wanted to try her barefoot, so she'll likely need shoes back on again, but we're gonna get those x-rays first. Why? All right, now we've got Sketcher in here. Polly said he did founder in the past. He's got quite a bit of bruising, so we're just gonna get some x-rays and see where he's at. You got it. Says no, I don't. Perfect. So now we want to take a peek at JC's right front here.
Oh my.
Ooh, whoa. So Brooke has been in the pasture trying to catch Lululemon. Lululemon was kind of an auction save. She did come from an auction, but a kill buyer had actually purchased her. And once he found out that she was blind, he basically came to us and was like, she's useless to me. I don't really have a purpose for her, so do you want her? And of course, it's not fair to her to make her go through whatever he was going to put her through if we didn't take her. So we took her, but she's been pretty nervous, pretty scared. You know, losing vision isn't fun. So Brooke's been taking her time with her, and I think she got her, and we're going to be moving pastures with her today, so we'll see how she does. Didn't quite catch her, just need some hands on deck here. Trying to use Molly as a little buddy system here. They've been pastured together. She is just not sure of us. We're gonna see if she'll follow Molly here into the sweep. Oh, no. Good job. There she goes. There she goes. Hopefully she'll stay there long enough. Yeah, there she goes again. No, 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 honey. Try again. Just want to get her in here so we can get a halter on her. You're all right. Good girl. You go in there with your friend? Hmm? No, stay there. You're okay. Molly's getting impatient. They're okay. So Lulu's taken a slight interest in Grandma here. She walks away, but she doesn't get all worked up like she does with us. Very curious of Grandma. Good girl, Lulu. Good job, Lulu. Not so bad, huh? Now we gotta... Ha! That's not where I want to go first.
I don't think she'd kid.
I could try.
If she did, well, she was better up here. Who trimmed your bridle path? Like, how did they do it? I don't know. I'm not telling.
This barn was just a little farther back. I can hand that to you. Okay, Lulu. You got this, girl. Very nice. Very good. Just like that, girl. All right. Nice job. All right. Moment of truth.
Yes.
Very good, Lou. Good job, girl. Good job, Lou. It's okay. I'm way over here. You want me to come in front? Hi. Yeah, it was just me. You ready? Cigarette, just checking. You're right, Lou.
Shades that the screens that go over the doors, and that's what we thought were the sunshades.
You're okay, Lou. Your own space. Yeah, they really packed that glue onto those things.
Yeah, otherwise the bugs are like,
I didn't know.
I'm a bug magnet.
You didn't know she was blind?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
But we'll get
I
you
think
some
it's
smaller.
salty. I think I'm salty.
You're all right, girl. You're all right, girl. Just a new halter. Same thing that's on you. It's going to be a little bit more firm. Good girl.
Take a sandwich.
All right, honey. Look at that. I saw you put your nose into the halter.
I know what I'm doing, I just don't want to.
Look at that, girl.
They're gonna get away from me.
Yeah. It's like, don't leave me alone.
Stress eat now.
Very good, Lou. So this is Haas. He's that young Belgian that we castrated.
Yeah,
So we took a picture of his stifle.
stifle.
Yep.
That's where the swelling was, so that doesn't, can't hardly see the joint there. That's better.
At first we thought maybe a fracture, but then when we did the right, it's almost identical, so we figured growth plate maybe.
This is the growth plate right here. So I don't see any fracture, but what I do see this right here?
Yep.
There's an articular malformation right there. So there's a little divot out of the articular surface.
Is that painful?
Well, yeah, I mean, just imagine you have a,
Like a bone spur?
yeah, this is an osteochondrosis. So basically it's an articular surface defect, where basically it's like, if you imagine like two smooth things designed to rub against each other, and then you get a little bit of a chip off of the bone like this, it's going to create
catching.
inflammation every time he does it, so it's going to kind of catch. And it could be a genetic articular defect, or sometimes it's an injury.
Because they had told her he got kicked. Is that correct?
My guess would be an injury is he got kicked in the stifle here, and it created an articular defect. You can see how rough this is along here. So basically what you got is it's a knuckle bone, right? There's a surface here and a surface here. To me it looks like just the inner articular surface is damaged. And we do have, well, we know this because we can see it too, but we got inflammation in this joint too, which we know it's swollen.
So is there anything we can do?
There's some surgical things where they'll go in there and smooth it out. Again, these articular surfaces are different than like if you get a bone chip floating around in there. I don't see a chip in there, at least that I can obviously see, but there may be, just because where did this bone go that got chipped off? But in this view, and again, these stifles are really hard to get good views on. I get it, because there's so much. You got to get all up in his business, and I'm sure he doesn't love it, especially after being castrated. But
He did surprisingly well.
okay, good. But I for sure see the problem here, that it's an articular. So a lot of it is joint support, so rebuild that joint, doing like glucosamine contortant sulfate, and then sometimes these articular surface defects will create chronic lameness, just because every time he walks, it's going to be inflamed because it's like catching, because there's that surface defect.
Do we want to limit his movement at all?
I would do it symptomatically, and then you could get a consult to say, hey, if he got surgery, could they fix this? In my opinion, a lot of these articular defects, they can remove the free bone fragments, like especially as he gets older, it's going to result in arthritic changes. So he'll probably get chondrophytes, or like basically little pieces of bone floating around in that joint from inflammation. Or maybe there is a chip in here that over time will become arthritic. So they'll go in and pull those out, but they really have a hard time fixing the surface they would go in there and basically grind it off and try to smooth it out. But in my experience, when they've done that, it doesn't always make them completely sound, but it makes them better. Long term, I think he's going to have arthritis in that, because he's always going to have that uneven surface rubbing on the bone.
So he's only 2.
I know.
What are you thinking?
I would try him on, I don't know if he'd ever be any sort of performance horse, never a pulling horse. He probably could be pasture sound, but he's never going to be good for long distance work. He may need, a lot of joint support, and with that, maybe it'll improve. It's hard to know. He's only 2, so maybe it will improve some. But I don't think that'll ever go away, and long term, he's going to get arthritis in that joint. So I think he's going to have a shorter life expectancy just because of soundness in that joint. That's a major joint. And that's a pretty major articular surface defect. I can read up and talk to the lameness. I can try to reach out to University of Minnesota, see if he'll get back to me. and just say, hey, what are the newest options? And is there something that's really successful that this horse will have a long-term great prognosis? I don't know what it costs, but at least we know if there is an option, maybe someone adopts them, wants to spend the money in doing it, it might be an option to keep them comfortable. So. All right, and another one.
So this is Wrangler.
Okay.
We're not sure what's going on, but
Swollen.
yeah,
Yes.
they're large, so we took x-rays. Kristen thought if it was in the joint, but maybe whatever it was would fuse.
This is for real. There wasn't dirt or something on his leg. Right?
Yep.
This is for real.
Yeah, it's in the joint. So basically, this is, he's got no cartilage left in that joint. Basically, ring bone highlight. So basically, you see how there's bony proliferation on both sides here? So basically, what's happening is this joint is fusing. You can see it starting to fuse. So basically, this is, normally we see ring bone down here. But this is a cartilage. So basically, this cartilage has been destroyed in this joint, and the horse is fusing that joint.
So this is all just
Bony proliferation due to the
Okay.
joint fusing. So over time, it will probably fuse. Are we really lame on it?
Not really. Kristen thought that if it fused, then it'd probably be okay.
he's right here if you want to look at him.
But like, especially this view is pretty telltale. You see how there's, bony here, and then you can see across the joint space it's starting to fuse.
See, I see nothing. I don't have my glasses on, so I'll take your word for it.
So basically the cartilage has been destroyed in that joint, and it's basically like ring bone.
Okay.
And if it fuses, even ring bone, I have horses that have gotten real lame, and then they fuse and they're sound again.
And he seems to probably favor the right hind more than the other.
Yep.
Yeah, he's no cartilage in either of those. Well, what I would probably say is his right will fuse, and then the left will be worse because once that one fuses. Yeah, he doesn't really want to put weight on his right one, does he? As much. Slash maybe some light riding on with some small people type horse. But they may fuse and be completely non-painful if they continue to fuse. Or then one could decide to inject them and try to speed the fusing process up. Like inject them with alcohol, I've heard, and there's some options like that. I'm never a big fan of it because I feel like all the options are very inflammatory. It's like how much does it really help, but it's kind of whether you deal with acute pain for a couple weeks or you deal with it for over 3 months, I think is the mindset behind it. But.
Did you see him walk it out?
No, we can pull them forward if you don't mind.
I think you guys need to take him on the trail once you guys have.
Yeah, he's been on a trail.
Bring him back. You can already see he's losing motion in those joints. See how he's almost like wooden-legged walking? Like my worry would be where that becomes a big issue is if you're on really uneven surfaces. Like arena's probably no issue, but if he goes over, uneven trails, that's where those ankle instability is going to really bother him.
So thoughts long term?
Long term is he could be used, but not by maybe someone's first riding horse in an arena, riding lesson type horse, but not a heavy ride trail horse because that ankle instability is going to cause him a lot of difficulty if he goes over uneven surfaces. That'd be my opinion.
So this is Mama Moonshine.
This was the one they were worried about kissing.
Kissing spine, and then we just took some shots of the bumps on her. Yeah.
Can't see anything. Can't see anything. Like honestly, I can't even see the spaces here. I'm not faulting you, these are really hard x-rays to take. I would say no definitive kissing spine because if there's kissing spine, you'd see bone actually touching bone.
That's kind of what we thought.
But they're hard x-rays to take. I'm not faulting you, but no obvious kissing spine.
Okay.
That's what I'll tell you.
Perfect.
Is she lame on this leg?
Yeah, she hasn't been fully eval. Just at a walk, she seems fine.
Is there a reason you x-rayed the lower leg just because of...
Just
The scar tissue.
the scar tissue that was up.
Oh, that's right, because those are the bumps we saw. I don't see anything in the joint, honestly.
Okay.
So I think she probably just got wrapped up in some barbed wire and got scarring.
Yep. So
All right.
next is Coco. She was that 9-year-old thoroughbred that you said had the broken pastern angles.
Yeah.
So we took some new ones
Curious
of
of
the ones
her.
she already had
Without shoes on.
without
And
shoes.
she has been lame without shoes.
Yeah, barefoot hurts.
She needs that support under her heel, right? That's what they had, because they had like
They had a wedge on.
wedge. Oof, look at that. It's almost touching. There's no dislocation of the joint, because I've seen some of those broken pasterns where the joint's actually dislocated. She's got more swelling in her left than her right. Is she worse on one versus the other? Because her left is more soft tissue swelling. So if you look at her deep or superficial and deep digital flexor here, she's got fluid in them on her left. Her right doesn't. Yeah, see this right here?
Yeah.
Her left doesn't look, or right doesn't look as bad. But pastern angles are almost equally bad. So on a normal pastern, this should be like here. Do you see how that's like almost touching P3? And again, the problem with drop pasterns is it causes a lot of lameness, mostly because of inflammation in the flexor tendons because they're holding all the weight. So it's like a laxity of the flexor tendons, but then it continues to inflame them. So there are people who do surgical procedures where it's almost like soring, where they tighten the digital flexor tendons, but it can be very painful because it's like soring. You're basically trying to scar those tendons to tighten them.
Is that something shoes can even really help with?
This condition, yeah, because if you bring her up on her toes, you're actually taking pressure off of those tendons.
She seemed a lot better with shoes on. Yeah,
So shoes will help her because it'll bring her up on those toes. Where, you know, right now if she's barefoot, she's dropping the heel down and she has no heel. So shoes and trying to grow a heel on her, which sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't.
Thoroughbreds always need heels.
Oh, they
I feel like.
suck. Yeah,
They're
their heels.
always tender-footed.
They have no heels and they have no soles, and part of it is they were born with shoes on.
Yeah.
So, I think as much as shoes can help, I feel like people put shoes on way too early in some of these horses, and they never grow proper hooves. Or it's genetic. That's probably part of both.
So this is Sketcher. Paulie said that he thinks he found hers, right? Past founder.
He really hasn't rotated a lot, though.
He just had a lot of bruising.
That one like a little bit maybe, but
Very mild. Like, so basically, you want to compare this angle with that, and it's like 2 or 3 degrees rotation. There's really nothing. There's under 5. I was like 1, but I don't think my lines were perfect. Boy, if we foundered, I'm not saying we didn't, but I don't think we have any rotation, or minimal.
Okay.
It's a little hard to tell, but from what I'm seeing here, we don't, it's hard to tell where the board starts, but to me it looks like we don't have a lot of sole.
He's very ouchy on those.
Yeah, it looks like he's very thin-soled, so that might be more it. He's very thin-soled, but I don't see significant rotation, which is good news, meaning we can fix a thin sole. You want to just continue walking down the runway? He's got some big feet on him. Pretty good on here. Is he a lot worse outside?
Ouchy out front.
Yeah, because to me he looked really thin-soled but no rotation. And thin soles will cause bruising too, so. Whoa, that's bad.
This JC Penney.
And she's sound on.
Really? Mini?
Drag. She's another one we might have to pull out because I don't think you've seen her.
Because
I don't think you've seen her.
look at how thin that sole is, and there's like no, she's almost rotated through. She's like a 40-degree rotation. Interesting, left with very little. Cellulitis, or elephantitis, so it's basically the thing you fight with every draft. So basically it's called lymphadenitis that all these drafts get, and they can't, basically they're so big that they can't pump the lymphatics out of their system, and when they get a little inflammation, it just blows up. So you can do DMSO. Do you have DMSO or DMSO wraps? Yeah.
I've sweat wrapped it too with
Yeah.
the Furazone and the
Furazone and plastic wrap.
standing bandages.
That's
All
kind
that
of,
has been done.
that was after, before this?
This is where she's at now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that I can see joint-wise. It's just in the soft tissue, which I think that
Ugly.
sucks with old drafts. I don't know if we have a solution to it because there really isn't. You can do some furosemide, but that doesn't always help completely. Exercise sometimes will help just because it moves the fluid a bit more. And then cold, so like having them stand in like a cold creek or a cold hose. But none of that, it's like, will completely, and you can polo wrap them, like wrap their legs tight. I don't have anything new here, sorry. But that's bad rotation.
Bad rotation, for
Didn't
sure.
expect that at all.
No.
Because just watch her walk and she
Yeah,
comes out.
here she
Like,
comes.
She also has a ginormous abscess in that right
On the right.
right at her toe that's like eating away the toe. Right.
Well, she's got no hoof.
Stands on.
Her,
oh, that's kind of why I wanted to x-ray it because it kind of goes like
yeah,
this.
it's got the little,
Did not expect that. Sore.
so that's her right, because it's pigeon-toed up. So my guess is one of two things. Either she foundered fairly bad on it, and or someone put shoes on wrong and put a spike through there. Because some of these laminitis in the drafts is actually because of infection in the bone. When they shoe them, and if you shoe them properly, you're right on the edge. But if you shoe the nails too deep and they put a nail into the bone, they'll sometimes rotate because of inflammation in the bone due to poor shoeing. And a lot of Amish horses, they shoe them themselves and don't really know what they're doing.
Right.
My guess would be she's probably a shoe because, well, we're a draft. We probably came from an Amish. Good girl. Hey, come on. There we go. Yeah. Whew. Easy, girl. So right here, see this line right here? That's from the bone. So it means the bone's like right there. Yeah, so there's no line like that there. That's where the bones will come through, is right there at that line. I think the bone's right on the edge of popping through. The crazy part is she's not that unsound, but you could see as soon as I tapped it, you could tell she was ouchy. I'm just not sure of a good solution. You can pad their feet, you could put some shoes on just to help that foot.
She's 20 plus.
And she's got the cellulitis. I'm just worried if you send her somewhere, they feed her good, she's gonna get some inflammation, rotate through, and it can go from being relatively sound to being dead lame because there's nothing protecting that bone.
All right, so now we've got Mama Moonshine inside. We're gonna get her teeth checked out. Everything looks good so far?
Really good. Well, there's points for sure. They were sharp, but I would say yes. How long has it been in?
About a week and a half.
Oh yeah, I don't like to leave them much longer than that.
Yeah.
And it's not like there's a lot of swelling. There's not a lot of. It's really hard. There's not like fluid in it, so you do look good now. I think she put 2 sutures in. Looks like she used PDS. Who wants it? Like I said, that doesn't look infectious or nasty. I think that's going to heal up nice.
So now she said the flush looked the same.
Yep. I'd flush it like once and then just let it close, or once or twice. Because if you flush it a lot, you're going to keep it open, and we want it to close over now. Otherwise, it's just going to get infected. Those close up pretty quick. That's why I'd say flush it, but if you flush it every day, you're going to prevent it from closing. So, yeah, clean it up and let it close, unless you start to see discharge from it, and then you might need to start flushing it again.
So me and Ray just arrived to pick up an owner surrender. His name is Hollister. From what I was told, he used to be an ex-show horse, and he's just having some lameness issues. So we're gonna get him loaded up and get him back to the shelter. So they gave us a bunch of donations, some new halters, some fly masks, even a couple sticks. Now we're gonna get him loaded up. Hey buddy, get you on the trailer. What do you think about it, Hollister? Yeah. Very good. All right, so we are back at the shelter. We get Mr. Hollister here loaded and into a stall. Oh, sir. Here we go. Yeah, he's like, this place looks kind of cool. All right, step. Good boy. Very good job, Hollister. Yeah. All right, buddy. Definitely gonna have Polly take a look at them feet. Yeah, there's other horses. They said he's been by himself for a few years, so. Oh, there you go. Good job. Oh, that's a fan, buddy. Yeah, you got friends in here.
All right, we're down at the arena. I'm taking Hart for a trail ride. Leah's taking Simon, and Veronica over there is taking Sketcher. All right, we're off on our trail ride. We have little 4'6" Leah and Simon. I can't believe she's that little. Okay, Veronica, and then we are in the back. Leah got sent to the back because my lead rope fell off and Hart spooked a little bit, and so she was like, you go in front just in case, because Leah can get off Simon real easy. He's not big at all. Well, at least he puts up with stuff, so if anyone put the little kid on him, which is probably what he'd be used for. Oops. Yeah, but if anyone puts a little kid on him, you know, she's doing bicycles back there. Look at all these ferns. I see them all. I know what ferns are now, man. All right, well, George got his fly mask off, so we're gonna have to come out here and fix that. But we're back on the, well, we're almost on the road. All right, Simon took first. Sketcher. Little George back there.
So Kaya, Veronica, and Leah went on a trail ride together. And Leah actually rode little Simon bareback, but they walkie-talkied me, told me they were coming down the road, so I'm walking out here to show you guys and see how it went and take some cute pictures. Did he do good?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is awesome. Look at you go, Simon.
So we got Aaron and Corbin here today. They've been working hard. They were doing some cleaning the fence lines this morning before it got super hot, and now they are in the quarantine barn working on something. So I'm just coming over here to see how things are going. Really?
What? We're working.
Nice and cool in here.
Not bad.
How's it going?
There you go.
Yeah, we're getting it.
I think you forgot what we had talked about though. Remember we were gonna do like actual stall mats here,
Oh yeah.
and we were gonna use this stuff over here.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Just hit reset.
So Eliza's doing a bit of a checkup here on Claire, seeing how her wound is going. Hi, honey. Hello. Sweet girl.
No pus today.
No pus.
No.
Whoop whoop. You're gonna be brand new before you know it, girl. Yeah. You're such a good girl. Yes. Alright, so we got everybody unloading the second crop. Nate was bailing it just to, excuse you, Claire.
136 bales.
136? Nice. It smells good. Look at that stuff. Put that in my salad. All right, so this is the first part of our second crop that we're storing in the barn. We took some of the first crop and brought it to the rescue. Now we're gonna keep this stuff here. That stuff's all our first crop. Almost got first layer down. John's starting on the second. They're still coming. Now we're outside here. They're right there. Nate, John, and Kaya. And Cindy's out here loading them onto the belt, I guess you call it. It's a lot easier typically when one person's doing this, but well, there's a lot of it. Two is a bit more ideal. Is this the only wagon?
Today, yeah.
Today.
Already unloaded the other one yesterday. Next week, I think we'll
Okay, I already unloaded one wagon yesterday.
4 or 5 more wagons.
And next week, they'll get about 4 or 5 more wagons out of these fields here. Whoa, I'm tripping. They bale here too, and over there. Oh yeah, good stuff. It smells so good. I know you guys know what that smells like. I know you smelled what I smelled. We've all been there. We are back up here now. Getting onto their 4th row. Kind of got 4, 3, 2, 1 going on here. Wagon's like halfway unloaded. A little more than that. Did you have fun manning the belt?
There were so many spiders up there.
So many.
There was bees.
All right, we're all done. So me and Tess just arrived to pick up an owner surrender. We don't have much information, but we're gonna get as much as we can. We're gonna start with getting this little guy or girl, loaded up, and then we'll chat a bit and get back to the shelter afterwards. You gonna crawl in? You got it, baby. Oh yes, I know. Big scary trailer. Check it out. There you go, honey. All right, so we got her loaded. Her name is Pipsqueak. All he really kind of told us, it wasn't much, was that she was a twin. Pipsqueak definitely has some obvious issues. So we will see what our vet says. But definitely keep this girl in your thoughts and prayers. So we are on our way back to the shelter, and we'll get her unloaded and let her settle in. And Dr. Pillman will be out on Monday. Cindy's gonna back the trailer up, and we're gonna unload little Pipsqueak. All right, Miss Pipsqueak. Pipsqueak's her name. Pipsqueak. Come on, babies. You got it, girl. Oh. Yeah. You're okay. That's not good. She's 2.
And apparently she's a twin.
She's a twin. Okay. Yeah, he didn't specify. He just only surviving twin. Yeah. But that's not good, honey. All right, honey. Let's get you inside.
Okay, so we are on scene here. We were contacted a few days ago. A lady asked if we wanted 65 round bales of hay that they had just cut, and we're going to be baling. We were able to, they're about half hour away, we were able to get it worked out where we could get equipment here. We got Harlan here with his semi, we got Wade here with his truck and our trailer, we got Doug's truck and his trailer. We'll see what's going on. I don't know, I heard a bunch of kind of hollering up here. Talk to Nate and find out what's going on. What's wrong?
He's gonna see if he can turn around up there.
She said they own the property next to it and there's a way to loop around.
I did it, and you could hear the water under the tires. Yeah.
So he might be stuck in here?
No, he just has to back in the field off the driveway, keep his truck shimmy jockeyed around on the driveway.
Okay.
But bring them past and I'll pull this out.
Okay, so Harlan got his truck turned around. That's always the biggest issue when he's willing to haul, is whether or not he can maneuver around the property when he gets there with his truck.
Looks like he accomplished it.
Yep. Good deal. Looks like nice hay, huh?
The 4x6 bales.
She measured and said they were 4x5.
Maybe. They look wide to me. I don't know why.
You like
They
they're
are wide.
That's what I thought.
She said
They're sixes, yes.
she said they were 4x5s.
They're sixes because they wouldn't be hanging off a foot and a half on each side of the trailer if they're fours.
Okay.
I got the first two on and I come to the other side and I said, oh shoot.
She needs a different yardstick, I guess.
I'm gonna have to.
They're lots wider.
I'm gonna have to send her a different receipt then, because I put 4x5s. So yeah, she thought they were 4x5s. They're actually 5x6. I don't know. But this was their first chance to cut this year. Everyone's been struggling to cut with all the rain, and she said it's just a bit stemmier than she would like. So she asked us if we wanted them, and this is, you know, short of having to arrange the hauling, to be able to get 65 round bales of hay home in an efficient manner to make it worth it. You know, if you're making a bazillion trips and it's taking you 2 days, you know, that cuts into the value of them. But yeah, so we got the two trailers. We got Harlan's semi. They left the cat here for us to load with, and get them loaded.
Better strap them down.
Huh?
Better strap them down.
Oh, you've never had round bales fall off a trailer, have you?
It ain't so bad when it's my home. I don't want it to happen on Highway 53.
No, that wouldn't be good. 10, 12, 14, 16? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
16, yeah.
Yep. 16, so we've got another 49 to load.
Back in them.
What does Harlan think he can get on his truck? Because these are bigger, apparently.
They'll stack the same, it's just she's going to be wide.
Oh.
They're all going to be wide.
Alright. Huh. Might be more than 65. What? You think that's 6 feet tall? is about 90 degrees out right now. It's getting pretty hot, pretty sticky. I just ran to town quick. Get Nate some water. Looks like they're almost done loading the semi. 4, 5, 17 bales left, it looks like. So I'm just trying to count here. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 36.
Is it?
Is he putting any more on here? Or?
Putting 3 in. 3 more.
So it'll be like 39 on here, maybe 40? Huh?
Must be 40 to be an even number. Must be 40, it would be an even number.
So Wade's just trying to do a little fixing on their driveway here. Loading up 68 bales of hay, kind of chews things up. Get out this way. How's it going?
We're all strapped down, ready to go.
You look really tan in this one.
Well, the parts of me that aren't covered probably are by now.
Oh my.
Now to get home and the process of unloading.
Yeah. Think Wade will fix up our yard when we're done?
We're gonna unload them up by the field.
Oh,
We have enough bales in our yard.
that's true. So as I was saying before, it took us about an hour and a half to get these all loaded. There are 38, I believe, on the semi. We got 16 on the trailer up there, and then we've got 13 on this one here. For a total of 68 bales, which is pretty incredible. And while it is an amazing donation, and a lot of people will, I shouldn't say a lot of people offer things like this at times, but they'll also be 2-3 hours away. They won't have property where we can bring large equipment like a semi in here. They won't have a way to load the bales, lots of different things. And obviously, you know, these donations are insanely appreciated, but it also has to be feasible for us to be able to get them.
Off we go.
Off we go. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. I'm glad we were able to make it work. We are extremely thankful, and all these guys are just kind of taking time out of their day to help do this, which is pretty amazing. None of them have to be doing this, including Nate. Like, I mean, if he wants me to make dinner, I guess he might have to, but otherwise, no, he really doesn't have to be spending his day doing this. So anyway, we're gonna get on the road and get these babies home. Harlan did mention that he's gonna need a little help up here getting on the road. There's a guardrail right next to the driveway that he is not gonna be able to see now that he's loaded. So it'll be a little trickier getting out of here, but these guys know what they're doing. It'll be good. I'll record what I can. It's hard to do this and drive at the same time. Your tree branches breaking. Ew, this says it's 108 right now. That's not accurate, but it's hot. Alright, sounds like he got onto the road, no problem. There's the guardrail, if you can see that right there. But he did it. Here we go. Quad loads coming home. So here comes Harlan with the
40 bales.
I only go to 39. Why does it have to be an even number? But there's 19 on each side.
It's 38.
38. Okay, so 38, not 39. So he's coming with the semi-load of 38. And what's he gonna do? He's gonna park on the road. We're gonna unload.
We're gonna unload off. There's a driveway on each side of the road here, so we can unload them.
And why are we unloading them up here?
Because our yard's full of hay bales. It's nice having them all, a lot of them in one spot here that we can get at. It's only a mile from our place. So in the winter, we just come up here and keep it plowed out and get bales without having 100 bales piled around our house. Because when you got bales, you can have rodents. I seen a snake in one yesterday.
That's disgusting.
I told Wade, I said, we're going to need new hay.
Can we burn that one?
Well, it was under it. It was dead.
Oh, okay.
Gross. Snakes.
Yeah. So we've had you guys back here before. This is one of our hay fields. And right now, because we kind of have an abundance of round bales this year, which is a good thing. There's the trailer that Nate pulled. And yesterday they were out here wrapping. They got 92 of them done yesterday. Some of these we're gonna haul back to the house yet to feed first. They're like kind of the first ones we cut. So we still got to finish wrapping. We have a bunch back at the house that we were going to wrap yesterday, and then right when they were heading down from here to do that, it rained. So that got put off. But anyway, so this is the one hay field that we've gotten 2 cuttings off so far and getting them wrapped. And now we've got another 68 that will get unloaded up here, get them wrapped as soon as the weather cooperates, and then get the ones back home. We've got a whole bunch back home yet to wrap. It's going good. I don't know, we might not have to buy round bales next winter. We'll see, knock on wood. We never know what the winter is gonna bring, but fingers crossed. So I am parked up on the hill right now. Just trying to get people, this isn't a busy road at all, but just as people come over the hill, I'll flip this around. They come over the hill and, you know, if they're coming across with a skid steer, even just having that there. So this is just, I'm sitting here with my flashers, just give them a little bit of a warning, something's going on up here, so they can, you know, stop looking at their phone, pay attention to the road, and no one gets hurt. I see Wade coming up the road. I'm not sure if it shows up in here yet with the tow truck and skid steer. Start getting these things unloaded.